All right, howdy ho, neighborinos. COVID Quaza back here again with another APA battle, right? So, last time we took on Auto, we did win. Winning again would be very cool. However, we are playing this time against ShuckleKing, and you know, what better of a time to play a top 5 player than when you have fucking COVID? So this is gonna be fun, dude. Right before this battle, I actually pounded a sugar-free Red Bull so I could feel the energy and the wings and the zero carbs pulsing through my veins. But before we start the video, like the replay of the video, he has Urshifu, Necrozma, Melmetal, Rotom Heat, Crobat, Starmie, Dragonite, Miltank, Clefairy, round 6 Clefairy, Golurk, and Gloom. So when we were talking about this in prep, this is a Gloom matchup. He could very easily bring Gloom. It kind of checks Rillaboom. I say kind of just because the Acro set is a thing. It gets rid of the T-Spikes that Garbodor could put, and then Garbodor isn't a terrible bring this game. So we kind of went into it thinking that Gloom could be a thing, but that's what he's got. He's got a whole ass team there. I am bringing Choice Scarf Bikel so that we can trick the Melmetal. It not being able to change up moves is super nice versus my Bulk, kind of. We've got Belly Drum Darm because why bring any other set? You know, we've only got 4 weeks, dude. I'm trying to drum up. We have just Fizdef Horse, which is super necessary for the Urshifu as well as the Melmetal. We have Choice Specs Quinta-Un, which absolutely goes in this game. Puts in so much work. He does not bring his ground type. If he did bring his ground type, we have Dark Pulse. Good set. Another Helmetmon with Slowking. Just another good pivot for the team. Urshifu doesn't really care about it too much, you know. But, and then last we have last we have Incineroar. And looking at his team, it makes sense he's going to lead with the Miltank. We have a bunch of Mons weak to rocks, and only one of them has boots. So I want to be able to prevent the rocks. This does so much damage, and if I have Focus Blast, this straight up Oko. So I'm going to click Volt Switch, expecting him to go out into something that isn't a physically defensive Pokemon, you know? He does go into Rotom. Makes sense. Also, I didn't even bring Rillaboom. Look at how many fucking Rillaboom checks he has, dude. This man has more Rillaboom checks than Game Freak at the moment, you know? I also just decided to put on my my little HP bar. Forgot midway through. Love to see it. So he's going to be in with his Rotom. I want my Mudsdale in versus this. He can burn me. I don't give a fuck. I would like my rocks up. I would also, could possibly throw off a Rock Tomb, but I don't think he's staying in. Gonna get the rocks up. And that'll give him a pretty free switch. Or he could just Toxic me, Will-O-Wisp me, whatever he wants to do. He does bring out his Miltank, which is unfortunate because I guess we're going to trade rocks one turn past each other. But I'm going to get as much momentum as I can. Go back into our Choice Specs Quinta-Un. And if he gets up his rocks, I will need to defog those away later. However, before we can defog, our defogger is Ribombee. So not only are we going to take rocks, but we're going to be locked into defog if we don't trick him first. So he's got a Gloom. He went out into Rotom the first time, but Mama ain't raised no bitch, dude. I know when Gloom's coming in. Mama ain't raised no bitch, dude. I know when Gloom's coming in. We're clicking Choice Specs Psychic versus this boy. He barely lives on like 15%. Gloom pretty thick, all things considered. So, in my head, I was like, okay, this gives him a free switch into Melmetal. I don't know why I thought Melmetal instead of like, oh, he could also go into his Dark type. But I was like, this gives him Melmetal. I guess also Necrozma, this switch would have also worked for. But he does go Urshifu, which beats this. So it's not the greatest. Dude, those first 2 turns, I was fucking in there, dude. I was fucking in there. And then I was still kind of in there, but I kind of made the wrong switch, but it's fine. So it would have been nice to have switched out last, because then we would have at least got the Intimidate drop. But I'm going to go Hard Horse. We'll just go good old-fashioned Hard Horse. If he wants to attack me, he's going to take some damage. He does U-turn, and that did damage, dude. That did a good amount of damage. That lets me know that he is either Jolly Band or Adamant non-boosting item. Probably Adamant Scarf, and he got, I think, a high roll. I guess, and again, you can already see my time's running, dude. My brain is not operating at maximum capacity here. I'm already on record as saying, not the smartest dude. Alright, I do my best out here, way out here vibing, you know, but I'm not operating at full capacity. So I'm going to go hard back into this guy. He's going to get almost back up to full on the strength sap, which does suck because I worked hard to kill this guy. You know, I made the prediction and everything. Now, I can Volt out, but I'm going to click Psychic again because he's not going hard Urshifu. And I made the hard read last time, so I think just a good old-fashioned Psychic attacking what's in front of me is a good play this time. And he does just stay in. We kill the Gloom. That means that Thundi is basically, like, it's unresisted by everything but Rotom, which is in range of 2 Thunderbolts now. So that's real LL Cool J. Now, he's still got a Milk Tank. He's still got a Urshifu, a Necrozma, and a Melmetal. So, like, it's not going great for our hero, but we're going to do things. So I'm going to just go hard on out into our Paul. We're going to see if he... This is Predictive Pads, the Mon. So I was pretty sure he's going to be Pads. But just in case he wasn't, Rocky Helmet would have been real nice there. Now, I'm going to just teleport out, expecting him to not want to stay in, take a Scald, take a Flamethrower, take a Focus Blast, take whatever. However, this man knows, right? This man knows that if you just stay in and click Bash, sometimes you're rewarded with that percent chance. You know, I forget what it is, but I literally forgot in the game that Bash can even flinch. I was like, in my head, I was like, we live a Thunder Punch from here. We force this out. But we get flinched on a really less than ideal turn here. So I could go into I could try to predict that going out, but I didn't want him to click Earthquake and just not give a fuck. So we end up sacking our ShuckleKing, which is unfortunate because the Necrozma and the Melmetal do exist. But when you die to the Melmetal, what the fuck was I supposed to do? You know. So we'll go into Jason Litten. In this turn, I really want to click Parting Shot, but I gotta attack what's in front of me. I don't want this thing to just stay in and click Earthquake for no reason. He is intimidated, so it wouldn't do too much, but I also do really need this for the Necrozma. So we're gonna hit him with Flamethrower. That boy is thick, fat as hell, dude. Like, Darm who? This man said Darm who. I am just gonna Parting Shot out. I figured if anything, he would probably just Toxic. He might want to go for a T-Wave or something. He does just Toxic. I wasn't really worried about taking the damage on this turn, but I can still deal with Necrozma to a certain extent, even with the Toxic on me. So we Parting Shot out. Go right back out into our... in my head I was like, this is a good spot for Thundi, but we're going to go back out into Bikel. I've already taken one round of rocks, so it makes sense I'm not taking another one. I'm going to Switcheroo. Even if I Switcheroo the Milk Tank in front of me, it's not the biggest deal, but there's no reason to never not go Melmetal here. So, he's now Choice Scarf Melmetal. What a set, dude. What a set. And I can just defog away. I could also just switch out and go into my horse, which I thought he would kind of expect me to do. But I guess just when you got the bash button, sometimes you just gotta click the bash button, dude, you know? And it only takes one of the bashes to destroy our little bee here. But, yeah, it makes sense. I probably definitely should have switched out. But what are you going to do, dude? This is COVID Quaza. This ain't no top-notch gameplay, dude. This is me doing my best. And if you've noticed the timer going down faster than it's ever gone down before, it was so hard to think and be in the moment. And I wasn't live streaming to anybody, and I wasn't... like commentating the battle, so it was just me sitting in silence thinking what I can do to preserve my win cons for the end game and do all this bullshit. However, I did have emo music playing in the background, obviously, so that was also helpful. But Rotom, like I said, is in range of 2 T-Bolts. That's really, really nice. Killing that thing. Now he's officially out of resists for old Thundi boy. So he can go into Necrozma and set up now if he wants to. Though, since he had Stealth Rocks on Milk Tank, I'm assuming it's going to be set up Necrozma. He does go into Urshifu. Now, if I go into Mudsdale on this obvious U-turn, he gets his rocks back up. It's a bad time. All my guys do not be liking them rocks, right? So I don't think he's going to attack me here. I don't think you want to still not 2-hit KO my Mudsdale from here and take all the Rocky Helmet chip for no reason. I'm pretty positive he's going for a U-turn. I'm thinking real hard about it. Like, I take almost the full fucking minute here. But I don't think he wanted to click that button. So he does just click U-turn. Makes sense. Now he's got to sack something else to Choice Specs Thundurus, dude. Choice Specs Thundurus, post Gloom matchup, dude. Post Rotom Heat matchup. Something's fucking dying. Melmetal takes just the largest chunk this side of the Mississippi, and I don't know if it was better for me to not stay in, but I am just gonna click Thunderbolt, dude. When it comes time to click buttons, you just gotta click them, you know. And it might have made more sense to not be in versus the Urshifu again, but what are you gonna do this time? Since I stayed in last time, I was like, he's gonna be like, okay, well, why the fuck did he stay in? I'm clicking this goddamn button. So I'm gonna make the switch this time. If he U-turns, this man is an absolute lord, and he has earned his rank as top 5 player of all time. But he does just Wicked Blow. And now I don't believe. Well, actually, in my head, I wasn't in 2-hit KO range. I think I might be in 2-hit KO range now. Urshifu's so strong, dude. Why? Well, we literally had it week 1. We know why. Or draft 1. But it could be a roll. I don't actually know, because we did take some rocks there too. No, we didn't take rocks. It just did a lot of damage, and I was chipped a little bit already. So I'm just gonna click body press here. That way, if he does go in a milk tank, we don't waste the turn, and I can hopefully prevent him from keeping up his rocks. He does take a good chunk from that, but not enough. He's at 25. I'm gonna click body press again. Thinking about clicking stealth rocks. Don't know if it matters too much, but I am going to just end up body pressing again. I don't really care about helmet. Milk tank is pretty much there for this. We crit him at +1, and he lives on, I don't have my contacts in still because my face is fucking swollen, but he lives on what appears to be 6, maybe? Not percent, HP, you know. But he's gonna end this exchange with his rocks up. There's not much I can do. I just want to click body press again just to get the maximum amount of damage off on this guy, and if he does just suicide here and get the rocks up, it makes sense. Because if he milk drinks, then I die, but he ends up chipped, and Thundurus gets to come back in and click another button. So, now this is a tough call. Because we got 3 Mons left. I believe he also has 3 Mons left. And it's risky. It's risky, dude, I'll tell you that. I think Darm is my best mid-ground. Because I can potentially claim a kill. But also, it also depends on what he goes into. So he does go into Necrozma. And what I'm thinking here is, he knows that this Darm hasn't hit the field a single time. I'm also running real low on timer, so I gotta hurry the fuck up. But I was thinking, he knows I haven't clicked a button with this guy yet. Saving it for the late game would imply that it's a belly drum Darm. I thought, there's no way. There's absolutely no way in fucking hell he lets me drum up here. In my head, I was like, it's so obvious that this thing hasn't hit the field once. Rocks were only up for like 10 turns maybe. So I'm going to go for a sub. He does click a Totemize. I'm so fucking dumb, dude. I could have just belly drummed up right here and it would have been fine. However, now the Zen mode is triggered, but we do not have our Salic Berry. So whereas I could have drummed and probably just won the entire game, Fire Punch just straight up does not do enough. And we don't actually have a nice move, so that's pretty funny. But we are just going to take the Photon Geyser right to the big old snowman mouth here. And I should have done it, dude. I really should have done it. I didn't think there was any way in fucking hell he was going to let me belly drum there. But alas, he would have, and we could have won. However, we are going to lose to Necrozma. Necrozma's one of those Pokemon I always fucking lose to. This is the second time I've lost to Necrozma this season. Because Owen had it in week 1. And every time I play a Necrozma or an Aegislash, I either beat it and it doesn't do any damage to me, like I set up first and win, or it just straight up dicks me down. And this is going to be one of those dick me down games, you know? So, no excuses. I did not play that good. I think I did okay in the early game. I think I was doing pretty solid in the early game, and then it kind of petered off there towards the end. Like I said, I literally am sick as fuck. I have the COVID. It sucks. But we got to get these games out. Got to get these games done. And this is the APA, dude. We're playing some of the best people in the fucking format right now. So I will happily accept my 2-0L to good old ShuckleKing. He was really, really nice and accommodating and let me wait as long as possible to try to have some sort of brain power. You know, like, so this is Saturday that this goes up. We played yesterday. So I made this man wait like a full-on fucking week to get this game done, and I am very appreciative that he was so nice about it. So definitely check out ShuckleKing. Really nice guy. Really good battler. I think this is the first time we've ever played. I'm pretty sure this is the first time we've ever played. So like I said, definitely check him out. It was an honor and a pleasure to play this man finally. And we'll try to bounce back next week. We play Amel. So just another real good player we're going to play with COVID. You know, if there was ever a 2-week period to not have fucking coronavirus, I wish it was this one, you know? But I still think we played a good game. I think the battle was a very fun one. And the fact that it came down that close in the end game to where I still could have won. And I don't really feel like either player was really in control the entire time. It was kind of up in the air. There was a lot of momentum. A lot of stuff like that. So I think it was a good game, dude. I'm pretty proud of myself for playing this. Not in exactly the best mental state, but still could have won if I wasn't dumb. So like, subscribe, do all that bullshit. Like I said, check out ShuckleKing. His link, as well as everyone else in the APA's links, will be down below. One more game with this team, and then we switch over to our Team 3 for the last 4 weeks, which we just got the schedule for today. I won't spoil it for you, but by golly, it's going to be some bangers of games. So like, subscribe, do all that bullshit. I'll see if I can bring back the face cam next week, but my fucking eyes are so swollen. I look like E.T., dude, so it's not going to be a fun one. But yeah, bye forever.